Hello everyone. It is about 7:30 a.m. Wednesday, June the 22nd, 2016, and this is DelReyVAWeather.com. We're going to do a update about what we can expect overnight tonight, Wednesday the 22nd, and tomorrow, Thursday the 23rd, with respect to any severe weather. I hope everyone got through yesterday's severe weather unscathed. Earlier this week and the previous week, I mentioned that today was going to be, or rather Thursday was going to be the stronger of the 2 days this week as far as severe weather goes. And I'm a little puzzled at this point of whether that's in fact going to be true. What you see up on the screen is the latest outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, the office that really does centralized prediction of severe weather in the United States. And this, what you see up on the screen, is actually for about, let me see, this is about around, trying to do a quick calculation here, about 10 p.m. tonight through 8 a.m. tomorrow. And if you look in this area right here, this is DC, right where I have the arrow of the cursor pointed to, and it's showing that overnight tonight we are in the slight range for severe weather, the DC area. And if we toggle through some of the categorical stuff, not much of a threat overnight of any tornadoes. We have a fairly large threat for damaging winds, but no hail. So it's suggesting that we're potentially have a 15% chance for damaging winds from about 10 p.m. tonight through 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And actually, that has me a little puzzled, to be quite frank, because I'm not seeing any severe weather overnight. Okay, now I'm going to switch this to tomorrow. This is the outlook for tomorrow, and as you can see, again, DC is right here. It's showing that we are in the slight range of severe weather, and so that's where I think we can expect any chance of severe weather is actually tomorrow, and it's probably going to be early tomorrow, probably AM rather than PM. It's probably going to be a little different than yesterday, what we experienced. Okay, this is the College of DuPage Next Gen Weather Labs Supercell Composite Index. DC is right in this area, and if you look at just south of DC, and this is set for about 11 a.m. Tomorrow, it's showing a value of somewhere between 3 and 5, depending upon where you actually set this cursor. When you get up into Merlin, it starts dropping quite low at that point. And so I think tomorrow the severe weather, I know we had a lot of severe weather up in the Baltimore area yesterday, and I think, and Columbia, and I believe that tomorrow the severe weather is going to be more south of DC. So that puts us in the slightly higher risk for severe weather tomorrow than what we were experiencing on Tuesday. So that's something we definitely need to keep an eye on. If I move this around a little bit, you see what happens is that actually about 10 a.m. Somewhere between these 2 points, and that I'm trying to do calculations in my head here. This is actually about 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. So, I mean, things could actually get moving as early as 9 a.m. And if you look at the 9 a.m., let me move this right there. Okay, that is 10 a.m. If you look at the area around us, we actually are showing pretty elevated, particularly over here in the Annapolis area at that early hour. Let me move this back a little bit, and this is where we have the most potential for severe weather, and this is actually as early as 9 a.m. So I'm somewhere between early morning tomorrow and near noon, I would say. We could get things going as early as 8 a.m. and it may very well be over by 1 p.m. tomorrow with not much after that. So let me take you to the buff kit. Okay, this is again the high resolution NAM, and this is the projected sounding over Washington Reagan National Airport. This is set for 11 a.m. and this is when we are going to have probably the maximum convective available potential energy for the day. It's going to be in the neighborhood, let me move this back up to 11 a.m. It's in the neighborhood of 1659. If you remember, Tuesday we were above 2,000. So this is suggesting that the energy tomorrow is going to be a little bit less than it was Tuesday. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be less severe thunderstorms. It just means that over Reagan National Airport we got a little less. It could be even more further south in Alexandria, Huntington, and Newington. So definitely need to keep an eye on this. If you look at cloud tops projected for 11 a.m., we're talking about cloud top in the neighborhood of 40,000 feet. That definitely will support a severe thunderstorm. The thing that makes me wonder, there are a couple of things here that, again, the EHI is an indicator of tornado potential. It's in the area that you would expect potentially weak to moderate tornadic activity. But we have the SWEAT index, which is down in the under 300. So these two together, I'm thinking to myself that the risks for our tornadoes tomorrow, for us at least, is probably less than Tuesday. Got a good substantial lift index here, and so the potential for a severe thunderstorm is definitely there. I think that there's actually a threat of hail tomorrow for us. Most of the hail was either further west or south or north of us. Really, DC didn't see too much hail. And I'll show you that here. This overview shows this white line. If you look at this, this is the hail potential for the sounding, and it's actually pretty high, about 11 a.m. So definitely think that there's the potential for hail. If you notice, the clouds are fairly low, are going to be fairly low from about 2 a.m. until 9 a.m. and then they will start lifting a bit. Again, that's why I say you really have to look anywhere between 8 a.m. and certainly in the neighborhood of, could even be as late as 2 p.m. that we could conceivably have severe weather. And this, if you compare the different models, it really is a mixed bag for tomorrow. There's really no strong model agreement for what we can expect. Yesterday, there was very good model agreement at this point. And so we're going to have to play this one by ear. Definitely you need to stay weather aware tomorrow morning when you leave for work to see, check the weather before you actually leave for work. And you should stay weather aware at least through 2 p.m. tomorrow. And I'll be doing a nowcasting tomorrow morning, giving you updates as I see things on the radar. Again, really, something like this, you really can't go by models. You have to actually start looking at the radar or the way the radar is developing. And I'll probably start looking at that late tonight. And if I see anything of interest, I'll actually start probably tweeting out later today. There is a pretty nasty looking area of storminess that's in the Midwest right now, and that's probably going to track east. It could very well come in a little earlier than some of the projections. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. If you have any questions, just give me a tweet at PatPend, that's PATPEND, and I will try and answer them. Thanks a lot.